I was just trying to find a topic to talk about in this video besides makeup. And oh my god, you can see my dirty clothes hamper right there, but not the most aesthetic background. But I wanted to talk about the concerts I've been to, and just my experiences there. And these are all pre-COVID, of course. But okay, I'm gonna bring the microphone a little bit closer if I can. So I'm gonna start off by applying this Suave Keratin Infusion Heat Defense Leave-In Conditioner for frizzy hair. And I hope it comes out the first try. Whoops, sorry, that was kind of loud. Oh my god. Okay. And I really like this product because, one, it smells really good, and also because it's like a heat protectant thing, so it'll help protect my hair when I'm straightening it. I'm not gonna straighten it today, but I might tomorrow. So it's just nice to have that added layer of protection. And so I'm looking for my hairbrush. Here it's really loud, so I'm just gonna brush through it. I remember being like 5 or like 6, 7, whatever, and my mom would like brush my hair, and it was like the worst part of my day after a shower. Like, it hurt so bad. She always pulled too hard, and you know, you don't really know what it feels like unless, you know, okay, what am I trying to say? Like, she thought she wasn't pulling as hard as she was, but she really was, and she thought I was just being a baby about it. But I don't know, I guess she just has a heavy hand. So, and I'm gonna put my hair up while I do my makeup, but I just wanted to straighten it first. I mean, to untangle it first. I hit the mic. Sorry. And in terms of the makeup, I never really, oh my god, this is a look. I look like I'm giving Adam Driver in Star Wars vibes, kind of, or like what's that Manson guy, or Ash, whatever the creepy dude is with I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. So I'm just gonna put that brush aside, although I need to take the hair out and just toss it. Okay. Putting it on the floor. So I had brought a clip with me and I can't find it now. So I wasn't able to find the clip. I literally don't know what happened to it. Oh my god, I'm sitting on it. Sorry. What the heck? Okay. Great. So I already moisturized my face. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, this is like more information than anyone needs, but I cleaned out my piercings with saline solution. So I'm just gonna get started, and when ever went to was, this is kind of embarrassing. If anyone knows who Team Sesh is, like Bones, Eddie Baker, Xavier Wolf, Chris Travis, that kind of crowd. I was into that when I was like 15, 16. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't really like the music. I think I want to say that I did like it back then. That I wasn't just trying to be quirky and edgy. But I can't make any guarantees about that because I was a little bit cringy, even more so than now, as a 15, 16-year-old. I was into like vaporwave, like Young Lean, something Cloud, all those like rappers, like SoundCloud rappers. Okay, wait, so I want to show this because this is like gorgeous. So this is the Tammy Revolution, Make a Revolution collab palette in the palette is called Tropical Twilight, and just the cover art for this palette is amazing, and the inside is like beautiful, like the glitters in there are actual pressed glitters, like it's not just a film like the Wet n Wild ones. I've been using this like every time I do my makeup. It was $6 at DJ Maxx or like Marshalls, I want to say, one of those two. So yeah, I had to cop it. It was like on clearance, and I check my makeup if I'm buying it from DJ Maxx or Marshalls before I buy it, because you always see like the fingerprints on the makeup, and it's just kind of gross sometimes. So I checked, this one was sealed, like completely sealed, and so I knew that it was clean. But yeah, I was into Team Sesh, and I will elaborate no further. But yeah, so I saw that they were coming to my hometown, and tickets were $15 because they were popular amongst that crowd. Like, if you know what I mean, like they were more underground back then. They were doing shows at like just like the hipster places, so that's what I was trying to go, basically. And so I told my parents I wanted to go to this concert, and so they're like, "Where are you gonna go with?" I'm like, "Well, I only have one option because I didn't." Okay, sorry, that's another story. But basically, I went with my boyfriend at the time, now ex-boyfriend. But I went with my ex-boyfriend, and it was actually right by my university. I was obviously in high school. I was like 15, 16, but it was right by the college that I would end up going to for my undergrad. So yeah, so we went, and immediately when I got there, and I think it was like right around my birthday too, so my parents let me go, because usually they wouldn't let me do anything when I was like, in that age. And so it was right by my birthday, and they let me go. So we got there, and I immediately realized that I did not fit in. Sorry, I know this looks crazy, but it ends up looking alright at the end. I'm thinking about doing like a cut crease or something like that. So, I knew that I didn't fit in, like we didn't fit in, because it was like, again, I don't know how to describe the crowd that was into that kind of music back then. Now it's a little favorite wolf, is he's actually coming to my current city, which obviously I will not be going to because I couldn't listen to a single song nowadays. I don't know. I just don't like the music anymore. Not hating on anyone who does. So, yeah, and so we get in, and the show's, no, it doesn't start. They have like a DJ. So it wasn't even like an opener. It was just a DJ spinning random, like, cloud rap type stuff, I think. And so we were just waiting there, and of course, they were late. They did not come out at the time that they were supposed to. And it was my first show, so I didn't know if it was normal or not. It was getting not late. It was maybe like 8, but like at the time, like I said, my parents were pretty strict, so I knew I would have to be leaving in about like a couple hours, and I was like, dude, when are these guys coming out? Like, I'm gonna leave. So we were just kind of chilling there, and finally they started coming out, and at the time and currently Bones was the favorite. So they had him come out sort of at the end, and at that time I was like, okay, let me just wait till Bones comes out, because he was also my favorite out of that. Like, they're like so cringy to say this now out loud, but they're called like the Shallow Water Boys. Ugh, cringing so freaking hard right now. So anyway, he comes out finally, and okay, so this was like years ago, so I don't remember all the details, so that's why I'm kind of glazing over, or glossing over, which one's right, I don't know English, whatever. I'm just kind of going over this kind of quickly, but I remember just being bored, and you know what, how do you dance to that type of music? You can go look it up on YouTube. How do you dance? Like, how do you, you kind of just vibe to it, I guess, but you can only go like this so many times before you get bored. So there were a bunch of like early 20s, late teens type of people there, and they were passing a joint around, and I remember feeling like a roach, because I wasn't gonna smoke because I don't smoke, but I remember feeling like a roach because I remember the guy that was right next to me was like, it was his turn. It was gross because they were just like passing it around, and like everyone there was maybe like 150 people maybe, and they were just like passing it around, like, sort of row by row, even though it was just like general admission. And I remember the guy right next to me, it was his turn, and then once it was his turn to pass it to me, he literally skipped right over me and over my ex-boyfriend, and I remember just feeling like a roach. Like, I wasn't gonna do it anyway, but it was just like, was like, oh yeah, maybe we should try to get to the front. And so we were kind of creeping towards the front, but then people started getting hyped up, right? And it was all full of like 16-year-olds, and I wasn't that much older. I was 18, but I will say that it is quite different when you're looking at like 14 to 16-year-olds as an 18-year-old. I don't know, it's just, I felt like, what the hell am I doing here with a bunch of kids, even though I was still obviously like in that same realm. But I don't know, I just felt weird. So then, okay, anyway, we were trying to get to the front, and then when things started getting sort of like hyped up, people started pushing to get to the front. So then we started getting fucking crushed, and I remember it being just like super scary, and just thinking about that Travis Scott tragedy. It's just scary to think about. Like, that could have been anyone in that crowd. There were like I said, like 14-year-olds there that were super short, and you know, people could have easily like stepped over them, and I don't know, so we couldn't breathe. I remember that, and we were freaking out. My boyfriend at the time was freaking out a lot. I remember that, and I got really scared for him because he looked like he was like gonna pass out. And so we were like, oh my god, let's just literally push people out the way to get out of here, because it was just getting really scary. So then we got out, we made it all the way to the back, and we were just like, oh my god, what the hell. So then his friends end up showing up, and we basically just stuck with them for the rest of the night, and it was really convenient because I used to have a friend who he was part of that group. He was part of the group of friends of his friends that showed up, and he's tall, maybe like 6'1" or something, so he's tall, and we were all sort of in the 5'8" to 5'11" range, so he actually served as like a human body shield amongst like all the other like sort of teenagers that were there. So that was kind of nice to have him there for that, but it was just fun. I remember it being fun, at least, and I liked the music back then. And I remember once Trippie Redd came out, instead of actually like tossing water bottles out to people, because we were literally sweating bullets in there, like we weren't all the way in the front, because we were like, no, we're not gonna do this again, but we were closer to the front. And I remember instead of like throwing out water bottles, because I think other artists have done that, he would open a water bottle and then just like shake it up and like throw the water at people. And yeah, I did not get a great impression from Trippie Redd, but like I said, I like the music, so it wasn't that bad. It was definitely a step up from the Team Sash show, so whatever. So that was my my second concert, and I guess I should have prefaced this video by saying that I haven't actually been to that many concerts. Okay, I've been to, I want to say 4. No, I have been to more. I forgot there's one of this Mexican artist that I really like, and so I went to his show, but I will talk about that. So after that one, I also went, I think in that same year, I went to see Young Thug. So the Young Thug concert was opened by Lil Keed, and at that time, I didn't know the show was very lackluster. He played some of my personal favorite songs. I think he played Best Friend, Two Bitches. I think Slime Season 3 had come out by then. So he was playing tracks, or he was doing tracks off of that. But, yeah, it was just really lackluster. He really did not come out with the energy that I thought he was. So Lil Keed in that regard was a lot better in his performance. He had a lot more energy and looked like he wanted to be there. Can't say it's the same for Young Thug. So yeah. So that's my eyeshadow. So yeah, I saw Young Thug. Let's see. I can't say much about that because it was just an average show. So now I want to talk about the Mexican concert I went to. So I was living in Boulder, Colorado, when I went to see this show. If anyone knows Pepe Aguilar, so he's pretty big. Obviously, not obviously, it's if people who listen to Regional Mexicano, anyone who listens to that genre will know what I'm talking about. But I was living in Boulder. I was doing research out there for 3 months in the summer, between my junior and senior years of college. And basically, and the year was 2019. The year was, I'm saying that like it was like a historical event. But anyway, I was living in Boulder and he was coming to Denver. And so I remember every weekend during my internship, my research internship, I would go into Denver and just do something. Like I would go to museums, I would go to the zoo. I remember just walking around downtown like a crazy person. But I mean, it wasn't crazy. It was just walking around, but I did this all by myself pretty much. I did have a roommate at the time. But, oh shoot, I keep tapping the mic. But I'm a very, lonesome person. So I really enjoy doing things alone. And I've mentioned in past videos that, I feel lonely. Like, yeah, everyone gets lonely, but I really do appreciate my own time with myself, So, anyway, just giving some background on that. I want to do a video on my experience in Boulder and in Colorado in general, because that was really fun and that was like a highlight of my life so far. And I'm sure I'll talk about living in Arizona as another highlight, but I don't see it as a highlight because I like living in Arizona. Like, I see myself living here or in like California, once I get a job. But we'll see. But anyway, so I bought a ticket and I was gonna go by myself, and I did end up going by myself. But I remember I told my roommate like the day before I was gonna go, like, hey, yeah, I'm going to this show, and I felt a little bad because she seemed like she wanted to go, but at the same time, like, I wanted to go by myself. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going, whatever. But I mean, also I had to let her know in case anything were to happen to me, like, she knew where I was. So yeah, I go to the show by myself. I said that like 300 times already. But it was probably the best concert I've ever been to, not gonna lie. And I have one more to talk about. But it was the best show I've ever been to so far, because I'm just saying, like, these, I'm very biased, but these son's name. Not Antonio. That's his dad's. Whatever his son's name is. But he came out and he sang more. Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna go into the subgenres, but yeah, he did his thing. And then it was Angel Aguilar. And then they brought out, to all my regional Mexicano fans, they brought out Paquita del Barrio. And so I don't particularly like her music, but it's more like she's like a living meme in terms of her music. So she came out and did a set, and then finally Pepe Aguilar came out. And he killed it. And basically the whole family came out in like horses. Angela came out in a carriage. It was just really cute and like really well executed, and they were funny, they were engaging with the audience, and it was just great. They all looked like they wanted to be there. No shade, Young Thug, but you know, you could have done better. Okay guys, I'm literally using scraps of this eyebrow pomade by ColourPop. Like, there's nothing there. What the hell? I've been meaning to go get another like brow pomade, but I just cannot bring myself to spend more than $6 on this. Anyway, so that show was amazing. Okay, but once it was time to leave, I remember being terrified because, you know, everyone was there with their families and their partners and all this stuff, and I went alone because I just wanted to. But then once I had to go back, like I was taking the bus back, by the way, because I did not I had a car, but I left it in my hometown with my dad and, well, with my parents, but my dad was driving it around. And so I was taking the bus everywhere. They gave us, the University of Colorado Boulder gave us like bus passes. So I was using that to get around everywhere. And okay, well, this has nothing to do with the concert, but I have some stories about my experience in Boulder. Like this man chasing me at like 10 p.m. I'm not even joking, like chasing me because I went. Okay, I'm sorry, that's a whole other story that I would love to get into in another video. But basically I went to they had like not a train station, it was like these huge, not huge, I guess they were huge, like passenger buses that went back and forth between Denver and Boulder. So I went to like the main station, and there I felt safe because there were more people and there was cops there and there was security and whatever. But just walking there was super scary and pretty sketchy because the concert venue was sort of by downtown, so I had to walk through all of downtown to get to the the bus station. So I remember there not being any street lights, okay? So honestly, with the stories that I tell, I could have easily died. But I didn't, because I'm here telling the story. Okay? So I'm okay. And okay, got that. Beautiful. I need to put it somewhere. So yeah, I remember being super scared and walking really fast. I was literally about to run, but I couldn't because I wore these really uncomfortable shoes. So I couldn't even run if I was being chased at the time. So anyway, I get to the bus station and I get onto the bus and everything is well. And yeah, I mean that was a concert. I don't even know where I was going with that, but I just like was reminded of the feeling of like walking through an unlit street, thinking that I might not make it back to my room. So that was that. And then once I came back home to my hometown, I lived with my parents. So I found out that the same show was happening in Chicago. So I bought tickets to go see the show again in Chicago. Sorry, one second. I can't multitask while I'm doing this part. So I bought tickets, 3 tickets, okay, for my mom, my dad, and myself, so we could go to the show together. And I wanted to go see it again, but it was mostly like I wanted them to experience it with me, like a memory that we could have together. And so I bought the tickets, and I was like, hey, these are the days that we're going to this concert. My dad was retired already. Oh shit. My mom didn't have anything on her schedule. So I mean, there should have been an issue, right? Right. Wrong. My dad ends up, so I buy the tickets like a month and a half in advance, and I'm excited. My mom's excited. My dad, however, I remember he was angry. And my dad, I don't know how to explain him, but he's always had a personality that not many people can manage. And so his reaction to me getting us tickets to an artist that I know that he likes, right? Not loves, but I know that he likes them, was, why are you spending your money on that? Like, you could have bought something else with your money. And I was just like, sorry, it's just like a gesture, like I want us to have a memory, but sorry. And so 2 weeks before the concert is supposed to happen, my dad comes home with a paper in his hand that says ticket to Mexico. And he was gonna leave to Mexico to visit my family over there 2 days before the concert, and he chose the dates, mind you. So we really couldn't have waited literally 2 days to head out on a Saturday, because I think the show was on a Friday. Like, are you kidding me? And I remember just really disappointed because he sounds amazing in person. He's like an incredible guitarist, arguably one of the best guitarists, modern guitarist. And his band was great, but I don't know, I just kind of left wanting to hear the other songs that were my favorites and stuff. So yeah, sorry this was kind of boring, but I just wanted to make a video, and I've been feeling more creative, or at least more motivated to get on here. So I just need to get dressed and eat before heading out because I don't want to get hungry while me and my girl are out. Well, it's like a study date with me and her, but you know. So sorry, I just can't do with my hair right now. So actually talking about Colorado, that's where that's where I got this sweater from. So yeah, thank you if you made it all the way to this part of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, so I